Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Today I'm very excited. I've been doing favorites on my blog for quite a while now, but my blog is not just a beauty blog, it's a lifestyle, so I try to limit myself to like 2 or 3 beauty items. So this is the first month I kind of get to go into full detail about all the beauty products that I loved in October. So the first thing I'm going to start out with is Moroccan Oil. And I heard a lot about this on YouTube, so I purchased this in the summertime, and I just purchased a little sample, and they had them like up at the cash register at a salon that I was in. And I remember like getting it home, and you know, if you know from my videos, I do like big hair. That is just one of the things. I really like volume. I do not like it when my hair is flat. On me, it's just not a good look. So I was really worried about putting a lot of oil in my hair. I didn't want it to weigh it down, so I just put like the teeniest little bit right on my ends, you know, kind of hoping it was gonna, you know, help my hair not get split ends. And I just really never saw a difference. And I just remember thinking to myself, I'm so glad I didn't pay $40 for the full-size bottle of this stuff. So, you know, I would use it just haphazardly every once in a while. I didn't want to, you know, waste the sample size that I purchased. And then my mom and I discovered, we like to watch, she and I like to watch YouTube videos together, and we discovered a lady, and her YouTube screen name is UppiesBeads59, and her name is Tammy. And she's actually older than my mom, but she's so interesting to watch, and she definitely has a big personality, so I find her very entertaining. And one of the things that she is just really big in is anti-aging, and I think that's so important. And she always says, you know, it's never too early to start and it's never too late to begin. So that's kind of how I feel like I want to make sure, you know, not just my skin but also my hair. And she is huge into oils and hair masks. And I watched her do a tutorial with how she applies her Moroccan oil, and she was using probably 5 times the amount that I was using, whereas I was using like half a piece, she was using a full quarter size. And she taught like how to like, you know, really put it on your hands, and it's also good for cuticles, and then run it through. And the thing that I have noticed so much since I've been using the amount that she recommends is my drying time with my blow dryer is cut in half. I'm not sure, I don't really understand like the science behind it, but the Moroccan oil just really, I don't know if it's like, you know, securing the hair shaft, but it just makes drying time a breeze. So that is just something I'm so grateful that I watched that video of hers, and I will link that below. And I do think no matter how old you are, you should definitely be watching her. She's quite interesting. So Moroccan oil is my first one. Next, I'm going to move on to, this is probably no surprise, I'll get the boring stuff down that you've seen in like a dozen of my videos. My Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Exposed. I absolutely love this. It took me a while to purchase, even though I had heard great things about the Amazonian Clay blushes. I'm so glad I picked this. And another thing, if you watch my beauty tag video, one of my favorite brushes that I showed is the Sigma F50. Before I had purchased this brush set from Sigma, I had been using a really dense kabuki brush to apply my blush, and now, you know, I see that this kind just gives a lot more of like a natural flush rather than just color on my cheeks. So I think that these two combined just give me a really natural, everyday glow to my cheeks. So the next thing is a mascara, and I'm sure you've heard about it. It is quite talked about. It is Benefit's They're Real Mascara. And I had waited, you know, I heard all the hype. I really didn't want to spend $22 on a mascara when, you know, I have ones from the drugstore that I do like. Finally decided to give it a try. This was probably like early in the month. I put it on the first day, and I was like, wow, it gave my eyelashes just this beautiful, like full and voluminous effect. And even I had gotten some questions if I was wearing false eyelashes that day. So I was like, oh man, is this going to become like my holy grail mascara? Am I going to have to spend $22 every 3 months for this? I kind of have mixed emotions about it. I really do like the effect, and I don't mind. I saw some videos people were, you know, frustrated about having to clean off the tip. That doesn't bother me. The one thing that will probably stop me from repurchasing this is I feel it's very drying, and especially, you know, the colder weather's coming in, and I feel like my eyelashes get a little brittle anyways. So with a drying mascara, I just don't think it'll be, but I don't hate this mascara. I do think it gives a beautiful full effect, but I probably will not be repurchasing just for that reason. Okay, my next favorite are the NYX Slide On eyeliners. I believe you saw in a haul this green one, and I liked this green one so much that I went up and picked the black, which is called Jet Black, I believe. And I've been hearing a lot of these compared to the Urban Decay 24/7 liners. In my mind, they're a little bit different. I really like to, if you've seen any of my tutorials, I like putting on thick eyeliner at the outer corner and then blending it out with a dark shadow. For that type of look, I prefer the Urban Decay. I think those are more easily blendable, but I do think that the NYX are much more long wearing. So I think that these are good, especially for your lower lash line and your inner rim. I think these last a lot longer. The Urban Decay ones do not have a good wear time for me in my inner rim. So that's but I really like these. They are significantly less expensive than the Urban Decay, so if you have access to NYX, I would definitely recommend picking these up. One other favorite that should come as no surprise is the Maybelline Dark Circle Eraser. I love this. I'm sure I'm not going to be the only person to include this in their October favorites. It gives me good coverage without settling into fine lines. I do use a powder over top of it, but I have just been loving this. Okay, one other favorite for eyeshadows is the Too Faced Smokey Eye Palette, and I believe that this was in the first haul I ever uploaded to YouTube, the collective haul. I love this palette. I did a tutorial with a more dramatic look. I'm wearing it today, and just today I'm using the top row, which is much more neutral. So I think you get awesome, you know, to go from just an everyday brown eye to, you know, more smoky, and then there's also some matte shadows in this palette. So I think this is a wonderful buy, and I have been using it a lot in the month of October. Okay, my last favorite are all nail polishes, and these are all from Butter London. Okay, my first nail polish favorite for the month is Queen Vic. I actually purchased this in the summertime, and it was just a lot darker on my nails, so I never really wore it, but I think it is a perfect fall shade. Alright, and the next favorite I have is also from Butter London, and it is called Blagger, and it is a cream, and it's just a beautiful blue. And then for an accent nail with the Blagger, I've been using Henley Regatta. This is also from Butter London, and it is just a gorgeous sparkle. It has a little bit of that same blue sparkle as well as a kind of teal greenish. So it just gives a really pretty effect if you're into that kind of thing. Alright, so those are my favorites for October 2011. If you're interested in my non-beauty favorites, I'm going to include this video in a blog post as well as some of my other things. I usually discuss like music and books and maybe movies or TV shows. So if you're interested in that, I will have my blog post linked down below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.